Well, the DA is facing yet another bruising political contest, which analysts believe has all the ingredients of further tearing the party apart. Now, a former leader and the mayor of the Nelson Mandela Bay and two senior MPs are contesting the vacant and powerful position of the chairmanship of the party's federal council.
Helen Zille, Athol Trollip, the current acting federal council chairperson Thomas Walters, and former deputy chief whip in the National Assembly Mike Waters are all gearing up for the battle to take control of the main opposition party's most crucial position. The chairperson of the Federal Council, which has been vacated by a veteran MP, James Self, is equivalent to the CEO of a company or the Secretary General in the former liberation movements. In an interview with a public broadcaster shortly after she announced her availability for the vacant post, Helen Zille said she is fired up and ready to take the party to another level.
Well, my vision, if I get elected, is to support the leadership, making sure we're well prepared for 2021. That is the major challenge, and we have to make sure that we get the party on track to go and grow again.
Talking about supporting the leadership, I remember during some of your tweets that the party has always distanced itself from your tweets. Do you think you'll see eye to eye this time around?
Not always, Manelisi. I do lots of tweets, and maybe one or two we had a difference of opinion on. But the fact of the matter is there will always be slight differences of opinion in a democratic organization, and we believe in freedom of speech. And so I've remained a very loyal, very dedicated member of the DA. And I was elected as chair of the Bloberg branch, and that's where I thought I would happily stay retired. And let's see if I get elected or not. Who knows?
It's game on, and the party is appealing for constructive campaigning and contestation. And according to one analyst, the DA needs to maintain a semblance of internal cohesion.
Earlier, Helen Zille advanced the DA careers of Lindy Mazibuko, of Mampeli Rampeli, and of Patricia de Lille, and none of those stories had happy endings. So clearly, Helen Zille and Mmusi Maimane will need to negotiate very seriously, very early on, to ensure a working relationship between them.
Now the jury is out on whether the main opposition party will manage or mismanage this important contestation. Manelisi, Dubase, SABC News, Cape Town.
Meanwhile, DA leader Mmusi Maimane says he has not spoken to Zille regarding her candidacy for the position. Maimane says he will allow the party's democratic processes to take place, and the candidate who will win will ultimately advance the party's vision of creating one South Africa for all.
Helen Zille is returning to politics. She has announced her availability for the federal executive chair position. The party is expected to hold its federal council next month. But the party leader, Mmusi Maimane, won't be drawn into the leadership debacle and won't pronounce on any candidate yet. He says the party will decide.
She is one of them, Athol Trollip is another, Mike Waters, Thomas Walters. These are candidates that will stand. Let them stand, let the delegates decide what kind of future they want. It's an important position in the organization, and I think the people of the DA will pronounce themselves at the Federal Council. I'm not at all going to pronounce on the candidature of either of the candidates.
Relations have strained between Maimane and Zille.
I have not spoken to Helen Zille. When she was Premier of the Western Cape, it was important that we sat in forums where she came to account on the performance of government. Nothing is wrong with that. It's common cause. And therefore, ultimately, subsequent to that, when she left to go to the IRR, we didn't speak because she went and worked in a different organization. I haven't needed to speak to her. She hasn't needed to speak to me. So that's the status of the relationship.
On divisions within the party, Maimane says he won't be detracted. Tumela Machoho, SABC News, Bethel.